Welcome back to Behind Closed Doors.
Taylor still has not shaved his mustache.
All right, we have a special friend of the pod, a guest, Ryan Tierney.
What's going on?
First guest of the show that wasn't involved with group chat.
Yeah, it's true. And Ryan's actually a really cool kid. I hope he comes out of his shell today. I hope he's not all quiet and awkward, because I've seen some of the public things he does where he's quiet and awkward. Give me the real Ryan. Don't be that awkward little quiet dude.
Quiet and awkward, really.
That was the most quiet and awkward response ever.
I'm going to be quiet and awkward now the rest of this.
I'm sorry for making you awkward. Wait, where are you recording from?
Just home.
No, you're not. You're in Dee's office, aren't you?
I'm I'm in Dee's office. Pretty organized in here, too.
Yeah, how messy is that office?
Well, it's funny because I've hung out with Dee in his office before, but I never realized that the desk to the right of his main desk is actually just like a
storage desk.
Collapsible storage desk.
Show us. Can you show us it? Oh, that's like a makeshift desk.
I think it's like, $20 at Walmart. He's got a nice glass one right here.
Sounds nice.
But this is, I think he's due for a new setup here.
He also has the desktop computer. Pete, does he have a laptop? Do you know if he has a laptop?
Yeah, he has a laptop now because he's working from home.
But before that, he didn't have a laptop.
Him and Anand both did not have laptops before this.
That's so crazy to me. Can you imagine not having a laptop?
No, not even to have the option. They weren't even willing to have the option. It wasn't until quarantine that they had to request to get one.
That is so crazy. They're so old school.
You didn't have one either, Pete?
What?
Who?
You didn't have?
No, I did.
No, we're all in our
Indeed
20s. We have laptops. That's a normal thing to do.
Right.
But Pete's coming into the office every day, so.
But when we're on the road, we're going to do anything else. Got to be prepared.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, let's introduce our guest,
Ryan.
Mr. Tierney, as he likes to be called at times. Let's crack a Costa to get started. Cheers.
Yeah, Ryan's already on it. I didn't refrigerate them, so we're just throwing them over ice. This is good.
The new cranberry is really good.
Yeah.
I got a lemon drop.
Cranberry's bomb. Peloton's up. D's pissed. Why is
D
he
is pissed. I love this.
You love when D's pissed?
I love when
Did he
D's
take it out on you, though?
You never really know. I mean, it depends. If we're like, if we have content to do and I'm like annoying him in something else like this is happening, he'll be like snappy with me. But like,
what's
whatever.
the most pissed D's ever gotten at you? Or the most pissed you've seen him?
I don't even know.
Has he ever gone off on you?
He's never really gone off on me. No, he's really good at just like dealing with stress, and like if something's happened or I fucked up, he'll just like let me know.
Or just let you know on group chat.
Huh?
Or just let you have it on group chat.
But even then, that's not yelling. He's just calling me an idiot. He's like, "You're a fucking idiot," and then I'm like, "Okay, well, that's better than you just chewing my ass."
So
what's the nicest thing he's ever said to you?
Good job. Literally. And I think it was over text too.
And is that just like the most coveted thing for you? You take that, you're like, this is amazing. He said, good job.
I'm just like, why? What did you just say?
So
like, nothing. Never mind.
I'm pretty sure his birthday's in August or September.
Yeah.
Should get him a Peloton.
That was funny.
We should start a GoFundMe to chip in to buy D a Peloton.
But how could we quietly do it where he doesn't realize that?
I think we do it publicly, and if we get the money, we just buy it and send it to his house.
He'd be so pissed. So the big thing is that Peloton came in. Do you remember what the report was? They're above earnings.
Yeah, he has a big short on Peloton because he thinks it's a ridiculous company, which it is. And I'm also short in the market, and it's ridiculous. But it's ridiculous. We know the market is irrational. We know it's ridiculous, and that's it. Like, he's still getting butthurt about it. It's like, you can't keep getting butthurt. Like, we're all fucked.
He had this one tweet that was really funny. Hold on. Somebody said it's a 7-week wait right now to get a Peloton. And he said, if you're waiting 7 weeks for a bike to go nowhere, then do I have a proposition for you?
What's his proposition?
I don't fucking know. He didn't continue on, but
we need to start a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
To get D a Peloton.
We could easily get how much are they?
A couple grand, I think.
Oh my god. Do we have to get the class pass with it or whatever?
I don't know.
They're pretty expensive. My one of my good friends, Jack, just got one, and my sister just got one. My sister is like a group chat super fan, and now she's riding a Peloton. I don't know. That's
Wow. Don't ever tell Dee that.
I'm gonna tell him. I'm pretty sure she wants a group chat shout out for her birthday, but
When's her birthday?
it's in August. But I don't know if she can.
Well, tell her you can give her a shout out right now behind closed doors. It's like group chat's little brother.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday from Pete.
Pete.
So a Peloton starts at $2,245.
I was about to say.
You say 22,000?
2,200. 2,245. That's fucking expensive.
That's so expensive.
Do you think we could raise $2,000?
Yeah.
I mean, if all of our listeners pitched in $1, we could buy like 900,000 of them. So like,
it's true. All right, we'll put the link here for chipping in to buy Dia Peloton. Let's start a GoFundMe.
Okay, we'll quietly go start a GoFundMe and wait till he like figures out what we're doing. We just won't say anything.
I think we got to post it places.
Yeah, I think so too. Like we gotta build the hype, but also while we build the hype, we want to build the anger, you know? So when it comes, he's at peak anger.
Yeah.
I want him posting like, you fucking idiots, don't give me money to buy a Peloton. Because if we start the GoFundMe, he has no control over it. He can't stop the GoFundMe. He can't stop people from donating.
And we might even get enough money where we could get like 2 Pelotons, you know?
What if we got one for him and his wife? They both came to his house.
That's actually great content to get Dia Peloton.
Yeah. Oh, we could vlog the entire thing.
I like that. All right, we'll start a GoFundMe after this. So Ryan, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay. What's going on? My name's Ryan Tierney. I am the founder of a media company based in LA. We are called Paradise Media. We, at the highest level, we own some big audiences on social media and have a content team. We shoot a lot of content for tourism teams, tourism boards, hospitality groups all around the world. And I am a friend of Taylor and Pete's, part of the Run Club.
All right, cool. Ryan, I want to talk about, so you acquired a media company.
Mm-hmm.
It had a page at Paradise that had a large following.
Mm-hmm.
It was based around travel and working at tourism boards. And you got acquired and you sold like weeks before Corona.
Yes. So we actually, in June of 2018, we acquired a company a really small company that had worked with a couple travel brands. What was really appealing to us is the big audience that they had at the time, which was Paradise.
At Paradise on Instagram, which is a great
Paradise on Instagram. And
2 million followers?
Yeah, around 2.5 million followers. And what I thought was interesting about it was, it was great, big audience and in an awesome niche, but I needed a content team and some more to it. And so what I did was I built a content team around it, and we leveraged that to get in the door with some big tourism teams from all around the world, whether it was Tourism Tahoe, Tahiti Tourism. We worked with tourism boards in Portugal. So,
and what would they pay? These tourism boards would pay you like just a ton of money to shoot some videos and post on your page?
Yeah. So our service offering really is content creation and content distribution. We have a content team, so we put together video and photo packages. And then on top of that, we'll post on Paradise, and we bring talent with us. So, in our immediate network are some of the biggest and most sought after content creators in the world. Can
you name a few?
Say that again.
Can you name a few?
Sure. So we've worked with people like, Carl Shakur, Chelsea Kawhi, Morgan Oliver Allen, just action sports athletes. So just people across the board. And what we'll find is, like when we just came back from a campaign shooting with the tourism board of Lake Tahoe, and we brought, some of our best video and photo content creators, and we brought some skiing and snowboarding athletes with us. And so we,
And how much do these tourism boards pay for something like this? Like a couple $1,000, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands? Give us a range.
Yeah, there are some pretty big budgets out there. Could be anywhere from, a 50,000.
Who's getting a phone call?
I'm not. Is that you?
All right, let's go.
Technically me.
Yeah, these budgets can be, 5 figures, can be 6 figures. We just shot a huge campaign with the Tourism Board of Florida, and that was, a pretty big budget campaign.
Yep. And then you decided to sell Paradise right before Corona hit, like you almost knew Corona was coming. Was that a tens of thousands of dollar deal, hundreds of thousands, in the millions? Give us some numbers. How rich are you?
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good deal for me and our team. And
Bigger exit.
yeah, it was a 7-figure deal. It was, it was awesome. The timing was I was pretty lucky. We were negotiating for 5 or 6 months on the sale of the company, and finally, it started coming down to the wire at the end, and the offer was one I was comfortable with, and it felt like a really good deal for myself, and a great stepping stone for me in my career. And
you feel rich?
No, I just feel.
What was the first?
I'm still hanging out with Pete and you, so
Wow. Wow, shots fired. What was the first thing you bought?
Yeah.
The first thing I bought, I actually
anything?
Well, honestly, so
Cocaine and strippers?
no. So what happened was the sale went through late February, and then didn't really have a lot of time to go and buy a bunch of stuff, or
because Corona.
Yeah, I probably what I would have bought was like a big trip with my friends, and
would Pete and I have been invited on that trip?
For sure. I mean, you've been on a trip.
I've been on a trip. Would Pete get invited?
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Would D get invited?
Yeah, but D wouldn't. He wouldn't.
I love when you tried to get D to Tulum, and he was just like, "Dude, I got a wife and fucking kids. I'm not going to Tulum."
I tried to get him to go to a Joshua Tree with us when we were going to go, and he was like, "Nah, tell that to my wife and kids." It's like, all right, fine.
Yeah, that's good. So when you're at like Chipotle now, and they tell you guac's extra, you're just like, "Doesn't matter. I'm rich." Like, does it even cross your mind now?
5 servings.
5 servings of guac.
Are you not like thinking about buying like a supercar or anything like really, really expensive and cool? Or is that just not appealing?
Honestly, right now I'm just kind of keeping my cash. Don't really know.
A checking account?
In a checking account, and
you check it every couple of days and be like, "Fuck, I'm rich."
You wake up and look at it. Do you like roll over, just do a quick swipe up, and be like, "Oh, I'm rich"?
No, I don't. I just want to get out there and travel, and that's what I would have bought. But I don't do any of this douchey stuff that you think.
So, you used to travel a shitload. Can you tell us about some of the places you've been to in the past year?
And what did you actually do when you travel? It's mostly work, but are you?
It's pretty awesome work. So we're pretty fortunate, and we're fortunate enough to call it work. But like, okay, the coolest trip that I've been on so far with the tourism team was the Tourism Board of Tahiti. And we were there for 10 days.
Tahiti's like Bora Bora, right?
Yeah, we went to all the islands. So Moorea, Bora Bora, went to a small island called Tikau.
Those are where the huts are, where you go on your honeymoons?
There was a very honeymoon-esque resort that someone at the company that acquired Paradise saw the footage and was like, "Oh, I had my honeymoon there where you were shooting the TV campaign." So
and you're like, "Oh, I partied there."
We didn't party there. That was actually, we did some pretty scary stuff there. So we, one of the days we went out and I learned how to spearfish, this really awesome guide. And then the next day he's like, "Okay, we're going to swim with the big sharks today." And when you're in Tahiti, you're always swimming with a lot of really small sharks, 5-6 feet. They're always around you. You don't really freak out because the water's so clear. You're used to it. This day, we sunk a metal box to the bottom of the ocean about 30 feet down. And this was to lure in a metal box, full of dead fish. And this was to lure in the big sharks. And about 30 minutes later, there was like some 10, 12-foot tiger sharks circling around the boat. And our guide, who was always just like really relaxed, cool dude, he's like, "Look, don't freak out. If the shark swims at you, just move it out of the way." I've never seen this guy Like, he's like, yeah, it's just a tiger shark. Just move it out of the way.
Okay.
And so I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm like, okay, if I'm getting we're not going to swim with the sharks. We're not in a cage. We're like swimming next to them. So like, okay, I don't want to pee in the water. I'm going to, I'm pretty scared. So I'm peeing off the back of the boat, and we hadn't seen the tiger shark yet. And one just cruises up right next to the boat. So big. I was like, oh my God, the sharks are here. And then we got in the water and swam with them and got some insane footage.
How close did you get to a shark?
The closest I got to one of the tiger sharks, or it got to me, I didn't really get to choose, probably like 5 or 6 feet, but like our guide touched it. Chelsea, who is a badass content creator, athlete, influencer, she was like swimming down with the sharks, like 20 feet down, like, and they were next to her, and she looked like tiny next to these massive sharks, and she's just chilling, and I'm like just sitting there freaking out, like holding.
So
like,
gnarly.
Oh
Speaking of shark stories, I got a pretty good shark story.
Okay.
So this is probably like 9 months ago. We were at Soho House in Malibu, just getting brunch, and it was just like me, Parker, a couple other friends. We were with the Yes Theory guys too, and Will Smith comes up, and he's there at Soho House, Soho Malibu. And he walks over because he's friends with the S Theory guys. And Will Smith comes over and he's like super cool, like daps us all up. Hey, I'm Will. Introduces himself to everyone. He's like, you guys have never guessed what I just did. And he takes his phone. He's right next to me, Parker, and Amar from Yes Theory. He's like, look at this. I was swimming with sharks. And he's like, here's what you got to do. The sharks, they come at you. You just got to push them out of the way. You can't be scared. He's like showing us videos of sharks coming out in full speed. And he was teaching us what you do actually with the shark. You just redirect it because they can't go back.
Exactly.
So they only go one way.
Yeah.
So
he was the first person to figure that out. Like, was ballsy enough to like, let's just
exactly.
I think a guy had to figure it out, or it was bad.
I just can't wait to get attacked by a shark one day and push it out of the way, and then be able to tell the story how I got attacked by a shark, and then tell the story about how Will Smith saved my life. And Will Smith was the one who taught me how to defend myself against sharks.
That's awesome. Yeah, Our guide was just like such a baller. He did it multiple times. Like shark would just be swimming up and he just goes like this. And I was, standing there like with like a GoPro pole, and my cameraman next to me's got a huge housing. And I'm like, I feel like he has a shield and I have like a toothpick.
Yeah. So where's your next trip once this Corona stuff's done?
I don't know right now. I mean, we have a lot of stuff that's always, kind of on our radar, but we're really just waiting to figure out, what the world's going to look like in the next couple of months. Yeah. I think travel is at an absolute standstill, and international travel is certainly, it's tough to see that we're going to go do a bunch of international travel right now, but certainly can activate on some domestic campaigns probably in the next month or two, hopefully. And those locations.
Pete, where's your next trip?
I don't know yet.
He's going to hike in Topanga Canyon.
Yeah. And then get lost.
Yeah. Tell us about that hike. So we went hiking, was it a couple weeks ago all together? With the Costa Brava guys too.
Yeah.
And Pete almost died a couple times by his own
that's because
drone.
I almost cut my jugular with a drone.
Yeah, it doesn't really like to pay attention when he's landing that thing.
Yeah.
So Pete got a new toy. He got a drone.
I already had to send it back.
You had to send it back?
Yeah.
Why?
Crashing on your face.
No, it was just like malfunctioning. So I had to send it back in.
Do you think part of the malfunction could have been because you were fighting an eagle with it?
Nope, absolutely not.
You were chasing birds, right?
Yeah. So Pete has this drone. We're up in Malibu in Topanga Canyon, and as he lands it, he's trying to catch it in his hand twice. The drone's hovering probably 3 feet above his head, and he's having a conversation with us. And Tierney starts yelling, "Pete, the drone! The drone!
Pay attention!"
Like the drone's like probably this close from.
Mind you, the drone is landing by itself because I've already asked it to land, so it'll continue to come down. And that's why it was coming closer and closer to my jugular. And it got about like right here before I realized where it was, and then quickly dodged it.
Yeah. So I have a question for both Pete and Tierney. You guys are two of my friends who party almost more than any of my other friends.
Whoa.
Yeah. Tierney, don't even try to bullshit. That being said, how are you guys coping during quarantine? Like, are you guys still doing low-key parties? Pete, I know you've admitted to some parties. Tierney, are you doing parties?
No, I'm just chilling, dude. not partying at all, really. Just pretty
Feel like
mellow.
You can see it. He's lying, like right through his teeth.
Well, I mean, for the first
for the most
part
part.
of quarantine, I tried to go sober, and I actually only drank like a total of 4 times, and was actually only got drunk twice in like 30 days, which is pretty good.
What's the normal drunk per 30 days for you?
I don't know. It's kind of a moving target. Depends on what's going on, you know.
What would you say, Pete? How many days of the month is Tierney drunk?
This month or in a regular?
On a regular month.
30 days in a month?
Yeah.
29, 28?
Actually. Pete, how many days of the month are you drunk?
I'm really like a Thursday through Saturday type of guy with maybe a Monday, Tuesday in there, but like a Monday or a Tuesday.
You do some Mondays and Tuesdays?
No.
No, Wednesdays. Like tonight I'll get drunk.
Work drinks, and then on the weekend. Sometimes you have some, work drinks that you got to do.
I mean, like I'm not partying, like drink.
So how many times a month do you think you get drunk?
2
Oh, here.
10 to 12.
10 to 12?
I found it.
That's like, oh, that's gnarly.
Oh.
That's our guide moving a tiger shark out of the way.
Did you take that?
My cameraman did.
That's pretty wild.
Actually, no.
So good try. How many times a month do you get drunk, Tierney?
I honestly don't know, but it's not that much. What is this? Is this a discovery podcast? Intervention?
It's his
Yeah.
AA.
Investigative reporting.
What about Friday? So what do we get in first wave on Friday of openings? Are you guys going to malls? Are you doing anything? Do we give a fuck? Are you guys changing anything?
I mean, dude, like, I think I talked about this before. Like, I just been kind of living. Like, not really avoiding shit. Tierney, are you scared of getting corona?
No, but I don't want to jinx myself. And
But if you, like, isn't it, I mean, I'm pretty sure for people in our age who are healthy, it's like the flu, correct?
Mhm.
I feel horrible about potentially giving it to someone else. So that's why I've been a little bit careful.
that's it for me as well. I live with a roommate, and he's the same age as me, and I'm not going home to see my parents or see anyone that's old. I don't want to give it to them, so I just kind of stick, and I've seen the same like 5 or so people in my friend group, but I'm not too worried about getting it, but I could definitely give it to someone, so that's like where I am cautious.
But when the bars open up, are you gonna be the first guy at the bar?
I just don't think the bars are opening up soon. Like, I think some stuff's going to open, but I just can't imagine them saying, okay, everyone.
They have to do that eventually.
It's going to be a while. I think it's going to be a long time or longer time. It's not just going to be this Friday.
So what are your plans for the summer then? If you can't go to the bars, you can't really party.
You're going to want to get a short-term lease, month to month, the house with a pool. That's what
Where?
you want.
In LA or somewhere else?
In the hills? Where are we talking?
I don't know. LA is probably, yeah.
Well, where?
Where?
Santa Monica, Venice,
I don't know.
the hills, Valley.
I would bet you could get a good deal on a place that is probably usually really expensive, and now it's just kind of expensive, or maybe not expensive.
So maybe this is your big first purchase.
But it's
Well,
not.
why don't you buy a place?
No.
You're rich.
You should buy a place. Buy real estate. It's down. Time to buy.
Yeah, listen to Pete for investment advice.
Yeah, I've advised on a lot of money.
Wasn't Pete the one that said don't buy Shopify?
No, that was me and Dee. We told Robbie not to buy Shopify.
They told Robbie.
It's like all-time high.
Yeah. It went from 300 to 600 in what, like 3 weeks?
No, dude, it's in the 7s now, I think.
That's what my first purchase should have been.
You should buy Shopify stock.
Or you can buy
How much money
SPX.
are you putting a lot back into the stock market? What is that side looking like?
Just really just keeping my cash, and then maybe coming on as a strategic investor in a couple projects. But that's.
You want to strategically invest in behind closed doors?
Yeah, how much?
Really good proposition.
The only thing is the money you invest, we actually don't need like a lot of capital to run this because we use all 5 for R&D's resources for free. That being said, the money you invest will probably go directly into Pete's pocket.
Or to D's 2 Pelotons.
True.
We
Dude, we don't even need to go fund me. You could just buy D a Peloton.
Yeah, what are we doing? That should be your first big purchase. Like, I sold Paradise. Here's a Peloton. You'd be like, go fuck yourself.
All right, we got some work to do. We got to go fire up that GoFundMe for D. And we got to go party because bars are opening. We got to start prepping. We got to go get drunk.
Well, where are you guys going to go?
We can't tell you that.
Yeah, where you're asking me where my first trip is. Where are you going?
So my girlfriend and her family are talking about going to Bali, like in June.
Bali.
Yeah. It's pretty fucking tight. Her mom was talking about a trip. The only thing is her mom wanted to go a week before the Miss USA competition that she's competing in, which is like not a smart move to go like dick around in Bali right before that and maybe get stuck there. So we might go after it, which would be like June or July. But yeah, I think we're gonna do a big trip to Bali. Robbie Snyder might come.
You're really willing to like travel to Bali that soon?
Fuck yeah.
You're not worried about maybe like getting locked out of the country or anything?
I mean, dude, the way I operate, like that's a cool adventure. Like that's a great story.
Maybe you'll go to jail while you're there. That could be cool too.
And we could do this show from the jail.
I'm all about the stories and the adventure. I'm trying to live, man. Robbie said he wanted to come to Bali with us because he knows my girlfriend's mom as well. So it might be me, my girlfriend, her mom, and Robbie Snyder.
Wow.
And her sister. Squad.
So is that like a double date?
Who the fuck knows? I don't ask questions. I just go along for the ride.
Okay, I guess we'll find out.
Cool. All right, we gotta go fund me to start. Tierney, any last words?
No. Thanks for having me.
Comment below if you thought he was quiet and awkward. Comment below if you thought he was cool and awesome.
What's really exciting is the guest we have coming on Monday.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about that?
Schedule this person. We're not going to give any details away, but it'll be fun.
Oh, let's just tease it. Is she confirmed?
Yeah, confirmed.
100%.
100%.
Okay, can you just tease it a little bit?
How do I tease it?
You might have seen her on national television.
Oh, yeah, at the Super Bowl.
Naked?
No, she wasn't naked.
What was she?
Clothed.
Oh, I thought maybe I'm thinking wrong.
No, you're not thinking the wrong. There was a situation where she didn't get onto the field.
She tried to streak.
Tried to, but then got stopped beforehand at the Super Bowl.
How many followers does she have?
Like 500,000.
So did she get famous from this, or was she famous before?
I don't know.
And are you getting her on the pod because you're trying to slide in your DMs?
No.
Did she slide in your DMs or you slid in her DMs?
Well, group chat slid into hers.
Oh,
So
who runs group chat?
Huh?
Who runs the group chat Instagram?
So you slid into hers.
Technically.
So you were looking through a group chat. She follows group chat pod?
Yeah.
So you're looking through the follower list, looking for hot chicks.
No, I was looking for verified accounts.
Okay, and then did you DM any guys or you only DM'd?
We don't have very many verified guy accounts.
So you're DMing the girls who are verified.
How did I make it on then?
What was the message you said to these girls who follow the group chat pod?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I just said we have this show called Behind Closed Doors. We just shit talk for 20, 30 minutes. Come on.
And the girls were like, oh my God, is this Pete? You're so cool.
Literally.
Have you ever used the group chat account to hit on a girl?
No.
Have you have access to D and dramas too, right? Have you ever used that?
Yeah, if I did that, I would literally get fired.
Have you ever been at a bar and been like, oh yeah, drama? Look at this. I'm logging his Instagram.
I only had his login for like a month.
You ever accidentally posted on one of their stories?
I think I did with D once, but I don't think it was anything significant. I think it was just some like stupid thing I was like reposting.
You should start just posting like just bullshit on D's account.
You get so pissed.
Yeah,
you should
right before he gets the Peloton.
Yeah, you should post a swipe up for the GoFundMe to get a Peloton and say, I love Peloton. And actually, the only reason I've been hating on Peloton so much because I really want to get one, but I can't afford it because it's too luxury for me. Please swipe up and donate to my GoFundMe so I can.
We should really get some momentum on this.
Yeah, I agree.
We have a couple months.
People will chip in. He's got some rich friends.
I think it's possible.
It's possible. Cool. All right, we got a big guest on Monday or Tuesday or Monday or whatever the fuck we do this next. Drink Costa Brava so people can get paid. And that's a wrap. Thanks for coming on, Tierney.
Thank you guys for having me. Cheers.
Doses. Corona cough. Corona cough. Corona. He's got Corona. Don't cut that out.
Wrong.
Don't cut that out. You got Corona. Pete's got Corona. Do not.
Oh, Dumbo's going to be pissed when he sees this.
Yeah, you're coroning all over his office.
Oh.
All right, cut it before we all get Corona.